flexible. Okay? Stiff is like a branch on a tree, the wind comes, and softness is like the grass in the wind. Okay? So we have both, we are strong and flexible. And when soft creates flexibility, okay? So, the same thing with our foot. When the iris, when you see we have 60-degree angle, and our knees are adapting together, pressure together, and between our heels is our own shoulder size. Because this is very natural. If I stay somewhere and talk to people, I have always, this is a very natural movement. If I step forward and talk to people this way, come, what do you want from me? You see? Same as when we stay and listen to people, oh, well, I don't know. This way, very natural. This is what you have. If I turn my heels up, this is our natural position between our legs. So people don't stay really like this and talk, or they stay like this and talk to people. Right? So it's very natural here. And if I go in my position, that's what you do. So everything is created in a natural way and goes with the physics of nature. So, however, now, this adduction together and rotating to the inside, iris, internal rotating adductional stance, right? So, inwards, and then now you can rotate to any other side, any side you want. And adduction is the pressure, because this adduction, with the pressure on one side, I push stronger, you see, it will rotate me. It's mechanical now, okay? Now, and stance stays for stance. Now, when I have this, also I rotate my hip straight. Okay? If you look at, if I'm like this, if I bend my knees, just go down, my butt sticks out. You don't want to stay like this, right? Or you see people that are leaning back. So then stay like this. Because now when I hit somebody, what's going to happen? You're going to fall back. You got the backlash from your own punch, and you're going to lose your balance back. That's why we're very straight. Now what we do is we rotate the hip into the center. Okay, and then adduction is here. So therefore I'm very strong. Same time as through this adduction, anytime I release, I can shoot very fast out. Okay, let's say if I'm here and Hassan is there, let's say the situation, he pushed me, now he's threatening me and he's going to put his guard up. If you put your guard up, I can crush him very fast. Instead of looking, oh, and then start to dance and look. Or sometimes people push me, I can explode and use this adduction to hit him. Just like an arrow and a bow. Therefore, this stance, going into this called the arrow step. Your arms are the arrow, your punches are the arrow, and your whole body is like the bow. Look, if I do this and with the pressure forward here, if I take this pressure out, basically what my lower part is doing is this. So it's like skiing, eh? You're holding. So as soon as I release, I'm very quick here, and your balance has to be there. Now, if I have weight in the front, certain other Wing Chun styles they go like 40, 60. So 40% here, how can I attack him that spontaneously? That's fast. Because I always have to withdraw the 40% first, and then lift and go. It's too late. It's too late to chase somebody, okay? One is, when Hassan, let's say he wants to box or whatever, so just come here, and you want to jab me. I'm in very quick, so I can crush him. The second is, let's say I'm already here, and Hassan is covering up. I punch you, you jump back, Hassan, okay? So then I can chase him. It's very easy to chase him, okay? So, but if I have 40% here, or whatever, so when Hassan jumps back, I have problems to chase him. So that's the reason why we sit here. So we can go in, okay? Thank you. Now, we have different steps, as I said, from here, from a neutral position, steps. Now we always, let's say there's a kick coming. Earlier I showed when Hassan kicked my knees or my groin, we do a circle, stepping. But again, the momentum is one. There is no momentum. We don't create momentum. This would be a momentum. Look. Two sounds in the middle. So this means I shifted my weight. Now look, if you listen now, it's one sound. Both legs have moved at the same time. Okay? This comes from the adduction. If I do my step, some people have a very philosophical step. Just looks like this. So you come up right like this. And also between the distance between my, or the timing between my foot, 1, 2, this is wrong. Takes too much time, okay? So, therefore it's really in here. Now you have this step to advance. Once you're in the opponent, let's say once I'm in the opponent, this is my normal way of walking, just like window shopping. This is the way I go walking. That's fine, but I cannot fight. But the distance between my legs, the distance I'm covering, is the same. If I go here, it's 1. If you would just walk normally, so he's not faster than me. Even though, look, from here to here is the biggest distance, much bigger. But see, one step, I cover the same distance than he does. This is much shorter. Look, this is shorter than this, you see? But the distance I'm really covering is the same. Now this means if he's like a fighter, yeah, so I cannot fight like this from here to there. 1, 2, okay, or I cannot from here, I cannot walk through him, because then I cannot fight. I have no space for my punches. Now, but once he's here, if I step away, now that's the reason I get off isn't there. Okay? So very simple to understand because of the distance. So I can always have this and do it here. So another thing is we don't stay like a boxer or like a karate in front of opponent. If you would do karate or something and punch, boom, this is the distance he needs. This means I can sweep him. This means see, I can kick him. Sorry. This means punch. This means also, look, if I'm that close, right, I can kick his knee, I can sweep him, I can stop him here, and nothing, even he hit me, I go like this, but he did not hurt me. I have time to recover because now he has to shift away to come here. It gives me time to recover and balance. Okay? Same when he boxes. People box, the time he's landing, when you box and punch me, jab me, boom! So his body weight stays still. So he gets maybe 40 or 60% from rotating his body on body weight. I need somebody bigger because you reply too easy. Maybe him again. Now, just relax. Now, if you see him here, look, if I box, okay? So this is my rotation. This maybe gives me already 40, 50. Karate, but they mostly have something with the hips. I never understood what the connection with this has to do with the shoulder, unless you pull your shoulder back. But still my body weight is really standing. Now, if he stays there, look, if you look where his foot is, and look where my rear foot, when I step in Wing Chun, where my rear foot is going to be. Just look. It's exactly where he used to stay. This is really the only way to move 100% of your body weight behind your punch. So therefore, I don't stay here. If I'm here, if I would do my Wing Chun like the other people do here, he can kick me, he can sweep me, and also, of course, he can kick me here too. And this means my fist in Wing Chun ends with the one line with my toe. See one line? So if I do this, 40%, so my foot is here, my fist is there. So this means also I'm pushing. I'm not punching. So just don't worry, just stay. So when I go in, I don't want to have this old effect I have. So I want this. See, when I'm deep inside, person. Second is, once I'm here, can you sweep me? Can you kick me? No. Okay? So at the same time, if I'm close enough to when you lift your leg to kick me, I can break the balance with my punch. Okay? So, the other thing, of course, as I explained, so if he's there and I move in, have the punch, I can put my whole force into this. So I can really create, as a smaller person, as a woman or a smaller built man, very powerful punches. On top of it, we call it arrow step because I have more punches than like karate, like boxing. So if a boxer hits this time, he needs to catch his balance, get the next punch. Okay, if he jumps, he's not going to wait, of course. Wing Chun doesn't matter. If I punch, you just jump around, go. I can nail it. But if the same is happening in boxing, we box. You'll be dancing a lot. There's not much punching. You have to watch where it is, where it's opening. So this costs you not much energy. And if somebody's, in this case, taller, longer reach, you have problems. Okay? So, thank you. Now, this is the one thing. Next is, of course, sometimes the distance is too big. Very simple. We use the normal way of walking, and then I can go to my stance. Okay? So let's say I'm here, and I'll cover this distance. Look. I'm here. Now same to the side. Look. Here. Here. So I will cover much bigger distance. This means if I have you, I cover much distance. This means if I have you, Hassan, sometimes people push you. Hassan pushed me all the way back. I go, hey, I don't want trouble. And then he's like shouting. He calls me, hey, I don't problem. He's there now. Look, stay over there. Now for me, hey. So I can go very fast and just stand. Okay. So just don't move. Look from here. One, he cannot kick me. See, I'm big distance. So even Hassan steps too. Here is my second step I made. This is the passing step. Because I'm passing one foot. And here, now I'm passing it, and now I'm going to Wing Chun. And again, very deep in my opponent, okay? So, even this happens, you move, I'm here, and I go back into this. So the one to cover the distance, and then I go back into first normal step, okay? Another thing is, if Hassan is here close, now, it's like a boxing, I punch him, Hassan jump very, very big. You see, you have problems over this. So, if he does, then you push this step in, if you go fast, you can never escape. Because when he opens very fast, boom, I can put this step in. So he has no chance to escape me. But this all has to do with Chido. Let's add to this. I play a trick on Hassan. My pressure is yes, this one. Boom. Oh, thank you. See, it takes too long time. Look, oh, what's happening? Boom. So, it's the idea of pressure, time. Remember dimension 4? Now, if we are here, Hassan put pressure and Hassan. Okay? Or we're here and Hassan jumps much faster. So I keep the distance. I can use each step. One more time. If we step a little bit, I can go to normal step. Okay? So, or Hassan jumps much bigger. I have normal step and I'm here. Okay, so you understand. And this is something, it's very good. I maybe have you guys practice a couple minutes. Just do this. Now you react, okay? You react, I jump. I catch you. So you do this, you give fifth program. Too late, pang. Thank you. Okay? So it's good reaction here. Boom, 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 boom. Too big. Yes. Now I want you to understand fast, but short or long distance. You have to feel it, okay? So I can do very quick. The idea is here, but what you do is nothing else. We're boxing, and I jump out to do this, boom. So if you give the boxer that time, or the puncher, boom, you see? Now, it's the same thing. If I jump back and you're too late, so you don't let me go. Okay? You must be very fast now. You see, I have no time. It's the same if I'm boxing with him. If I jump back, Hassan, you see? You don't want to give him this time. Okay? And another thing is, with a big distance. Yes, very good. Okay, everybody, partner, just for 5 minutes. Do it and bam, 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 okay? Let's go. So, okay, that's good. I'll leave you a couple minutes alone, and you go like a couple times. Somebody jumps and you react to that, okay? Let's go. Try to make the split interval fast, slow. This is about straight distance. So he has to make the other step. Okay. So okay, now some correction. The person who pretends to be the other guy. He has some. It's very very important. Okay. So if you maybe you guys go a little bit down here, so don't look at. Right. So now when we do this. Let's say Peter is chasing me, sometimes I can do this. See, if he's going open, you just kick him. Therefore, look, if I'm here, and if I have 40% weight or whatever, look, see what happens, opens up here. So then will be really 100% that we can close. Generally, sometimes people push you, but hey, just by accident you get hurt. Okay? So it's very, very dangerous. Huh? Now, maybe sometimes you punch the guy, you go like, oh, okay? So, or you like you hit the guy and falls back, goes up here. So therefore we keep our knees always narrow and then we don't lean in because we get swept. So when you chase me, see I'm doing this, boom, it's too far away, you see? Balance problem. If he's too far away, he's trying to reach me with a punch me. So too far away, I can, oh, you feel very problematic. Therefore, you really need to be close enough. So if I punch you here, it's very dangerous. Therefore, you need to be here, you see? Now he has very problems. Trying to kick me or something? No. I can put pressure on with my attacks. Alright? So now we do the exercise again. And then the person jumps back, kicks, sweeps, and if the head falls down from the Wing Chun person, slap it. Sweep, kick, slap. Okay? Let's go. So, okay, let's go and try and help each other out. Hassan, this was too late. Faster, okay? So you can take this to drop his balance. You keep your hands up. You see how you're dropping? Keep your hands up. Yeah. Don't try to do this. Okay, go BAM! Immediately from here. Okay. Use your punza immediately to move. Yes, much better, much better. Very good. Don't give your opponent a single chance, okay? Yes, happens. Yeah. Okay. Your front foot is just like a pressure. Keep pressuring with your front shin. Okay, move in. Very aggressive. Okay, so now I'm going to explain you the 3-dimension and the 4-dimension on a single arm. Okay, like so, as I mentioned earlier, how you can correct and help yourself for the right position, so you don't get frustrated by people who are moving your arms around in seminars or people telling you. And this is a good help for beginners, mid-level students, and instructors. They of course should know all these things. Okay, so if I have a Frankie, so if you look at the iris, the bongzao, like here. So if you look at the bongzao, you see. It's a diagonal in the front, maybe this way first. So if you look at straight, from his shoulder to his hip, it's like a diagonal line. So a straight line. Okay? So when I take, since the fist is going to be here, the attack is here, one line up here, this is your height. This straight line to here, where your fist is lying on, okay? Now, from the diagonal, when I take a line from your elbow here, this is your depth, the forward depth, okay? Now, and if I take, since your fist is out, a line from your elbow straight up here, this is your width. Width, height, depth. Okay, so you have the 3 dimensions, but your pressure forward is time. Yeah, it's energy forward, you see? Therefore, because we're sticking. So remember the term of sticky hands? So because the pressure to each other makes your arm sticky. Because if he's soft, if he drop, so you don't stick. Boom. Same for me. If I take, his pressure goes off, so you cannot stick. Or if you push your elbow but take your hand back, now you see, we cannot stick. Then I have to move in. All right. So if you both are forward now, if you still keep pushing forward, now I can. No, just keep pushing forward. Now I can rotate him. I see now he's sticking here. If I go back, he comes back. Boom, like a spring. Boom, boom. If I go this and drop here, boom. Very easy, you see? Very, very easy, yeah? So, now, same thing on the tanza. If you have your tanza, 45-degree turn. So this is like an assumed tower, remember this position? And he just turns, right? So in this case, he's being attacked, of course, this tanza. Okay, now, so, okay, you're here. Now you just rotate. Ooh, so 45 degree, 45 degree. So now the fist is here. If I take a line here, this is your width, not this side. It's this side because I'm attacking from here, right? Now, since it's here, if I take a line here, this is your height, and this is your depth again. So you understand, you have all the 3 dimensions. The pressure forward is your time. Always wanting to go forward. So no matter if it's, thank you, if it's a chamza, it's the same thing. When you find chamza without, so your elbows a little bit sinking and out. So he's very slow. Since he's here, if I take a line here, this is my width, very small here in this case. Right? So this is my height from elbow to up here. Of course, this is again my depth. So in 2 hands, you have both hands. You have to apply the whole 3 dimensions onto from shoulder to shoulder. 1 is just the arm. So you have the 3 dimensions everywhere. Everywhere. Okay? So unless you execute when you lock it, then you're executed already. But then you hit or really attack the person. But in a relaxed position, we have all this 3 dimension, okay? And as you see before with the foot, with the kicks, we have the same everywhere. So the center line is very, very important. So the idea here is also that somebody attacks you. When we fight, we always say you fight frontal. Frontal means, okay, we face, why? Most people do this, conventional martial arts, they will mostly start sideways or this or this. So the problem is, they say, oh, if I stay like this, I have only this part, so they cannot hurt me. But the main problem is if you stay like sideways. Well, the problem now is they forgot that they have round kicks now, they have hook kicks, they can do everything in straight punches. So they have to, all of a sudden, they have to protect 3 sides. So therefore, since you know this, he wants to attack me and hurt me. So I really give him, that's what we mean by being frontal. I want to give him what he wants to attack. It's somewhere here in my trunk, all my vital organs. Through that, I push him in a position to attack me almost solely straight. So he could give me a snap kick, easy, still human, punch, boom, or like a boxer or whatever, okay? So now, if he punches me, okay, look, this is what therefore I can use my wedge. But later on, or he kicks me, I can use my wedge here. Same thing, you see? But why we don't stay sideways like most other martial artists? They think always because when they stay like this, so they cannot attack him here. But what they always forget is that they have round kicks, they have hook kicks, okay, they have jabs, so they have to protect 3 sides. Now they have to really like a windshield cleaner, block with their arms all over. Now, when I do this, so why should he kick me on my arms or my muscles to waste energy? Right? So he wants to kick me, so he will kick me here to hurt me, okay, or a side kick. But why roundhouse kick here? He will kick me maybe on my head, but this is for me easier to defend now. Okay? So because of my protection. Now, another thing is, look, since I'm the target, so we both have a center line. So what he does is, if he punches me, maybe with this hand, so he punches along the center line. So what I'm doing by rotation, I'm out of his center line. So this was our joined together, both of our center line sync. Now if I turn, now see this is my center line here now. His center line after his punch is over there. So this means both of my limbs, or my 3 limbs, can attack him now. But he can't, he has too long of a way, and he's very imbalanced with it. I can break his balance very easy. Because all this energy goes this way. If you look at thank you. If you look at people who bench press, okay, this is the way you do this, our punch, very tight. So if you want to do, you have a lot of power here. So when you do this, you have less power. So they're totally different because here, all this muscle, your delta and your latissimus works together. Without it, you're even aware of it. So all this muscle together, but if I open my elbow and push, this is totally soft. Okay? So, and this is a little soft. So, but if you do this, you feel all your triceps here, all here, it all works together, and then you can punch much better, and it's straight. Okay? So you also protect while you attack. And here comes the old saying, your best defense is your own attack. So instead of blocking, let the other guy be defensive. So we attack, we're all the time very offensive. So let the other guy be defensive. Because if he attacks me, I attack him back. On the way from A to B, a lot of things can happen. If his pressure hits my arm, he can bend me and I come from the side. He is actually deciding my center line. When he rotates me, it's just like a bullfight, yeah? Just like a bullfight. So if you come again, Frankie, you ready? So if Frankie punches here, look, see? I let him pass. So just, even I have the red shirt on, just imagine my arm is the towel, okay, the material, like a bullfight. Okay, so if you come in again, I just step aside. Yeah, very fast ball, huh? Now, look, some people fight like this, right? They're here, if you come again, and they take the towel like, and you die, because there's nothing else like this. So if he punches me, and I'm too fast, see, he hits me. You understand? So, therefore, we don't do this. Our hand is a towel. If he punches me, I take boom, ready? I let him pass. Very, very, very simple concept. This is everywhere what we do in Wing Chun. But however, again, slow motion. So if he punches, look, boom, I'm here now. His center line is passing me this way, and he's on my center line. Because when he would really attack, I take this end, he wouldn't stay here. He would go really for real, punch, boom. See, now he's stepping all the way onto my center line. But when I exercise before, you stop here. So this is because we're training now. See, he stops because, therefore my turn is not very big. It's very slow. Still, he's on my center line. If Frankie steps further, now boom, he turns me off. So my center line always sticks on him. It's just like a rifle, pistol, or rifle with a pinnacle, and you go after him. This is my center line. It's like boom, you come, pen. So this is the concept, and this is what we do here. We do cheese out. Let's say Frankie pull me or whatever. So boom, boom. See? He rotates me. Maybe the same thing from this side. See? He rotates me, and then I can hear. I can use an attack in here. Yeah? And then later on, of course, it's all matter of seconds, split seconds. Now what we do to implement the reflexes, if we give you movements, one, the next, and the next, it's just like a network of movements, a road, so you know what's coming next and next, because this is the way you have to learn first. And then later, you put everything in a box and shake them. So you don't know which movement comes first. This means, if I show like this, look, I can give him an attack like this, you know, I can pull him maybe, attack like this, I pull him here, or I can straight go with a traxel, whatever, or I can just go with a boom, boom. So whatever, when we do this, and Frankie attacks me with anything you want, whatever. So we just do a lot this, So I can just let him pass. I don't know what's happening. He can do whatever he wants. Boom, okay? So it's just for the first moment to absorb the energy. So in a real free fight, nobody comes like this. Hey, people go, hey, what? Boom! They'll push you and punch you. So there we use the cheese out for split seconds. If Frankie punches me, my hand is like, this was already my cheese out. Okay, come on. Now, when he punches me, look, hey, this was my cheese out, the first contact, and I can guide him and push myself away. Rest, we don't give the opponent more time to fight me back. So if he punches or pushes me, hey, this is what you do. You knock him out and go home. Have your cappuccino, right? So you don't want to do this. Very slowly push. Oh, please punch me again. Slowly. Oh, I can show you my times. I'll punch me. Oh, who fights like this? Only in the movies you see how they block many punches. How many punches you can block really? This maybe a few, but this, no way. It's too fast. Okay? So therefore, if you give me chin punches, see, that's the first moment, then I get them. And that's it. I don't give them another chance. Okay? So very important. There's also two situations you're very vulnerable. If somebody attacks you very fast with a jab, like the other martial art, they're leaning slightly forward, a little bit weight in the front, very fast, give me a fast punch. See? Problem is when you attack, you cannot change directions with this conventional martial arts, okay? Or the second time you're vulnerable, if you have no balance, hey! See? Problem, if you are off balance, people can hurt you too. So both ways, while you attack or while you're off balance. In both cases you can't. Look here, I attack, but still, when I'm in the air and I'm leaning forward, I cannot change my direction. But if I attack Frankie, Frankie jumps left or right. Okay? So, doesn't matter. I go. So I can change, since my weight is in the back leg, so look, I can change very quick my direction, my head is back. But if I would do this, I couldn't. Because I'm leaning forward, so I cannot change. So therefore the Leung Ting footwork is the best. But many people cannot understand how you can stay 100% here. Many people, they do cheese out, they do this. Very powerful, because they don't understand how to absorb the force. If I lean in with power, so why do I need bones though? If I train like bodybuilder, weightlifter, you see? Okay, if you do this very strong step and push very strong, look how easy it is for me to just rub this force. Yeah, when I'm here, you're very strong. So very strong here, I let you go. If you're stronger than me, push the head. So go ahead like this, okay? So therefore be very high, and then understand how you can be so soft. That's exactly why. Because through flexibility, I can take the big force away. You understand now? Yeah? Well, if you look at the Tai Chi has principles. Okay? So therefore, be very high, and then understand how you can be so soft. That's exactly why. Because I can, through flexibility, I can take the big force away. You understand now? Yeah? Well, if you look at the Tai Chi has principles. If you push me, Tai Chi, they use your force and cross you. Because that's what they do. But only if you attack like this. If you attack me like Wing Chun, no, hey, it's not Wing Chun. This is leaning forward, okay? Just attack me like Wing Chun. There's nothing to take, because you're here. I only can do when you do this. Look, if you just one step, one punch. You're still here, you see? But if you do one step, one punch, but you lean in. Now look, now you see, I can use your body weight. Do you understand now? It's very, very important to understand balance, distance, and the timing. I'm not saying if somebody don't move, I punch you like this from here. It's a very powerful punch, of course. If I punch you with this, if you're like a dummy and stay there, it's your problem. But why should a small person punch like this being open? Look, if you box this very slowly, and you look like this, because you have no protection. Therefore, they have to dance all the time. They have to hide. But in nature, if you punch me, whatever, I have my protection. Because of my wedge, because of my centerline theory, the way I line up my limbs to protect myself. And this is what you do actually in Chido. So Chido is nothing else. Look, rotation. See my thread dimension? If I took double bongza, you see all the 3 dimensions? Width, depth, height. From this elbow to this elbow. Boom. Or I have foxa, doesn't matter. Okay? So, and this is what we do. In both arms like in single arm danji, we do boom, you do palm strike, boom, 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 don't lean forward. See, if you lean forward, I can do this. Step back, lift up. Okay? Boom, 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 boom. Maybe change, yeah? Boom, 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 boom. Okay? Now, here you have the 3 dimensions. You have the pressure forward dimension. Whoops. Now we have apply. Same technique I did with this arm, but we don't look the same. Now you can double palm, boom, double boom. Now this is synchronized, you see? But nobody does this. Real fight is not like that. So that's why each arm does something. Look, while I'm in boom here, I'm in fork here. I boom, see? Now that's why this is where Ishmael don't know what to do. Now the problem is you ignore. Maybe I'm here, okay, and I hit him here, so he doesn't defend. He ignores. Boom, I hit him here. He ignores. He doesn't do bombs out to hit me. You get hit because he wants to touch me here. So this means each time you ignore or attack, you get punished. So therefore, you really have to be realistic. And see, so I'm here. He doesn't care, and he's trying to punch me here. This is a big problem. Because then you teach yourself something different. In a real fight, okay, you punch me, you ignore this one, but you don't want, I'm coming here, you ignore, you come with this. This is what you're basically talking about. You cannot ignore this. So Chido teaches you all the stuff to stay, really stick on him. So if you attack me, just, let's say the 5th point now. I like the arm, just like this, boom, boom. No crossing arm, just this, see? Very difficult to attack for him. And balance, you see the balance? So each time he opens up, he gets somewhere hit, huh? Very difficult. Don't take it away, huh? See? Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so what I'd like to see for you guys is experiment a little bit, everybody partner, and we make some action, okay?
조심해납니다.
So, okay, so that's pretty much a little idea for you how the general centerline concept is applied to the Chizao, the two-arm, which we should call Ponza. But the same concept, remember again, you can apply anywhere. Even on the anti-grappling, when you're on the floor, we have the same centerline theory, okay? Same concept, same three-dimensional positions, our leg in the front, our hands up here. So nothing changes. So once you understand this, you can really help yourself to correct your positions. So you don't rely on people always doing this and that. I mean, you're always instructed to advance, get corrections, but generally for a mid-level student or something, it's very, very frustrating to go places and people are really moving his arm around and say, you here, you there, and then I get confused and it's not fun. So it's very, very important that you understand how scientific Wing Chun is being developed and how scientific Wing Chun is working. And this means there's one mathematics behind everything. So in the theory, people give it to you and they teach you the example, have to be according to the science of Wing Chun, which is physics of nature, okay, which is Taoism. Alright? So I hope you enjoyed this class and I'll see you soon somewhere. Okay? In this planet. Thank you very much.